Hey guys, it's Chef Megan from Healthy Eating 101. I am here to do your Peachtree Road Farmers Market chef demo. Yay! Big audience here. Thank you all for coming. No, thanks for watching. This is great. So what I can't do in person, I can certainly do in video. So went to the Peachtree Road Farmers Market last week, picked up some goodies from a bunch of different farmers. So they will be ready for you this weekend. If you want to get the recipe, it'll be on the website, and hopefully you'll be able to go in person and get some of these great goodies. So first off, what am I gonna make? I am gonna make a black rice dish. So if you've ever used black rice, it's really high in antioxidants. It's so good, it's so delicious. It's a kind of a nice chewy rice. Sometimes I use farro, and you could substitute farro for this, or even quinoa. So some kind of grain or rice or anything like that would work in this dish. And these are things that I like to do and use what you have in your cabinet. So that's pantry cooking with all these fresh ingredients right from the farmer's market. So we've warmed up we've cooked our black rice. Stovetop, you could use a rice cooker, however you like to make rice. It's very easy. And then we're going to actually saute up a few of the vegetables. So I got some beautiful fennel from Rogers and Greens. I got some gorgeous rainbow chard from Heirloom Gardens, and we're going to use that. I got some I have a sweet onion, a Vidalia onion, and I have some garlic. So we're gonna kind of get those prepped for you. Pretty easy to do that. I think you guys got this one down. But we're just gonna chop those up, and a couple different things you can use for your, hold on. I've got a garlic peeler here. So I'm gonna get a couple cloves of garlic, because that garlic is also antiviral and antibacterial, and you wanna use that as much as possible in all your cooking to keep you healthy. We wanna all stay healthy these days. So when you start using your fresh produce in your everyday cooking, you will increase your immunity. So always a good idea to do that. All right, so a couple of peeled cloves of garlic. I've got half of a Vidalia onion. So I'm just gonna wanna do a little chop on here. So, and like a little starburst formation, okay? And we're going to just create a nice little chop. It could be a rough chop, that's not a problem. You could do little slices of onion if you wanna do sliced onion. It's all in how you wanna do it. In this recipe, just because a lot of times we have one ingredient or we have a different ingredient. You don't have to use a sweet onion. You could actually use a purple onion. Use what you have already, and then pick up more at Peachtree Road Farmers Market, right? So we want to kind of keep it local as much as possible, and we want to support our farmers. So we want to keep it local and keep it fresh and keep it delicious. So all right, so we've got our chopped onion here, and we're gonna just do a little bit of chopped garlic. You could mince that garlic as well. I'm just gonna chop it today. So there's always more than one way to do everything. So just so you know. All right, so we're gonna chop that up, and as we're getting other things prepped here, I'm going to turn on my burner with my pan and just be putting a little bit of oil in there. And then we'll get those onions going, and then we're gonna also get our fennel. That's fresh fennel. Oh my God, that actually smells like candy. It smells like Good and Plenty's. There's that fresh anise, that licorice smell. So you can use these for later. I put those in a little bit of water. Now we want to get that little V out of there, and that way we can chop that up And of course, all of this is getting composted into the compost wonderland in my backyard. All right, so we've got that cut out. The little V is cut out. Oop, little pieces falling around here. And you can just slice that kind of on a nice little angle. You can actually slice it down the middle and then cut it on the bias a little bit so it gives it a nice, cute little, a little angled cut. All right, so basically it looks like celery when it's cut up, except with that cute little angle on it. And then we're gonna cook that with our onions. So we're gonna get our onions going here. We're just gonna use a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. And that, of course, is very carefully measured, as you know. That's how I go. That's how I roll. So I've got onions, I've got the fennel, I've got fresh garlic. We're gonna hold off on the garlic for a minute because our garlic in a hot pan burns very quickly. So we don't want that to burn because that will actually turn your garlic bitter and then you're gonna wanna start all over. So, all right, so we want to warm up our pan, put our oil in, warm that up a little, and then we're gonna hop in with our onions first. All right, and then we'll hold off on that for a second. Now what we wanna do next is take our Swiss chard. Now what's fun about Swiss chard is it's a 2-for-1. It's 2 gifts in one. So you got these beautiful, gorgeous stems, and most people, you know, I'm not sure what most people do with them, but I always keep them, and then I chop them up and put them in whatever dish. I just chop them separately. So I do that, and then we just chop that, again, kind of like celery, very crunchy, and you can put that in right with that fennel as well. So, so next up, now we've washed our greens, of course, and then if you spin them dry and you wonder if you'll ever use that salad spinner, of course you will. So we're gonna put these leaves together and we're just gonna chop them. This way they will cook very quickly, kind of like if you were just to make spinach. It is a little hardier than spinach, so you might need a few more minutes on that. All right, and if your greens are wet, put them in your salad spinner and spin them dry a little bit. That way, they will not splatter in your pan while you're cooking. So actually, see, they got a little bit of that wetness off of your leaves. So we're gonna pop these in, the stems and the fennel together. We're still holding off on the garlic for a second. Let's see. Get your little handy pan mover, your little spatula. So we're gonna just cook these for about 3 minutes until they're translucent. And it's a nice little a little rainbow in there because it's a rainbow chard. You could do regular chard or rainbow chard. Both of them work great. And the chard is actually related to quinoa and it's related to beets. So if you get those in your farmer's market basket, those are great additions as well. And you could use those beet greens as well instead of the chard if you have that. So it's always about utilizing what you have. So here we go. So they're getting nice and translucent. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt to that. Just this. All right, now I'm gonna add in my garlic. Because you just always wanna have garlic, and I don't know if your neighbors want you to have garlic or your friends or your quarantineables. All right, now we have those shredded Swiss chard And we're just gonna wilt those in here. And they should only be a couple of minutes in there, just until they wilt down. I'm actually gonna do a little bit more sea salt and a little bit of fresh black pepper. Oh, what we like around here is a little bit of red chili flake. So you can actually pop in a little bit of chili flake if you like it a little spice. Not too much, I just do it enough to give it a little more flavor than, you know, I'm not trying to make it hot. So. That'll get anybody to come running with that smell of garlic and onion and yum. So, all right, next up, we've got our black rice. So get out your bowl, all right, and your black rice. So however, you could put this in a big bowl and do it family style, or you could do it individual bowls like this. And what are we gonna put on that black rice? A little bit of extra virgin olive oil. Again, very carefully measured. And I'm gonna use a white balsamic vinegar. So they make white balsamic vinegars in many flavors. This one actually has a little lemon in it, a Sicilian lemon. It's delicious. It gives just a touch of vinegar and sweetness at the same time. And I'm gonna do, you know, you could put any seasoning in here that is your favorite. We're just gonna go with salt and pepper today. All right, and you can just mix that right in your bowl. And we'll see about our taste on that. Oh, delicious. All right. Turn off our burner, and then we have our fresh veg right on top. Now, one of my favorite things I found at the Peachtree Road Farmers Market this last week was the called Hobo Cheese. Oh my gosh. So the Hobo Cheese looks like this. Oh my gosh, a whole new experience. So I asked for something that could crumble. So she had one of them that would crumble. So this is more like a feta cheese. So we can actually just crumble that right on top. It's not real melty, but it is really delicious. So way better than store-bought, that's for sure. And it's kind of it's a little less white, so it's a little more yellowish, off-white, I should say, more like cream color. Oh, go figure. So a little cream color, and if you don't eat cheese, just leave it off. So that's how we build a bowl with all of your fresh vegetables. And you could use herbs at this point. You could use the fronds from your fennel, or better yet, you can use your flowers, your edible flowers from Abundant Gardens over there, and make it really delicious. How about that? Right there. Yum. This recipe will be on the Peachtree Road Farmers Market website, so look for that, and can't wait to see you all in person for the live chef demos, and I hope you're all staying safe and keeping cool in this great Georgia weather. So, all right, see you soon. Bye.